Okay, so it's a bit of a shit show in the world at the moment. Let's do a quick breakdown. Vladimir Putin's Russia invaded Ukraine in February 22. What he thought would be a quick victory has turned into a military embarrassment, but rather than being miscalculated, he's thrown thousands of Russian soldiers to their deaths and murdered thousands of Ukrainians for basically fuck all gains. This was illegal under international law and follows previous actions that we in the West did nothing about, despite persuading Ukraine to give up their nuclear weapons program in return for support from Russian aggression. When President Trump won the election, he said he'd end the conflict in 24 hours. That was 7 months ago. Benjamin Netanyahu in Israel, who needs to stay in power to stop himself going to jail, used the disgusting attacks by Hamas on October the 7th, almost 2 years ago, as an excuse to start the obliteration of Palestinians in Gaza. This is illegal under international law. Israel won't allow foreign journalists into Gaza to report independently. When President Trump won the election, he said he'd end the conflict in 24 hours. That was 7 months ago. Sound familiar? Israel are creating more settlements in the West Bank, which is illegal under international law. Donald Trump has said Palestinians should be removed from Gaza so we can build a tourist resort. India and Pakistan look like they might also escalate into war, but talks between them resolve the issue. Donald Trump has claimed he brokered the peace, even though both sides say this isn't true. Israel used an often repeated claim that Iran almost has a nuclear bomb, a claim they've been making for around 20 odd years now, to launch an attack on Iran. Iran, unsurprisingly, retaliated, bombing an Israeli hospital, and Israel called this a war crime, despite the fact they've been bombing hospitals in Gaza and denying it's a war crime. In his previous term in office, Donald Trump called off talks with Iran aimed at reducing their nuclear capability. Israel murdered the head of the Iranian team involved in restarted talks aimed at reducing their nuclear capability, just when an agreement was at the point of being reached. Iran allows in weapons inspectors and details the nuclear capacity they have. Israel does neither. The US and the UK, while calling for de escalation, are increasing their military presence in the Middle East, and now the US has struck Iran. Donald Trump thinks he should be given the Nobel Prize for Peace for his efforts. I think he, Netanyahu, Putin, the leaders of Hamas, and Ayatollah Ali Khamenei of Iran should be put in a dark cellar and left to fight among themselves. I'm off to listen to Hypersonic Missiles by Sam Fender. Seems appropriate. If you like this video, a like or share would be appreciated. Want to see more? Why not subscribe? Comments welcome.